G'day everyone, Ben here. Thanks again for tuning in. As May comes to a close, we take stock of the month that was. First off, clearance rates. They have been pretty consistent right across the entire month of May, teasing the 60% zone, and for 2 weeks there it did clip just slightly over that rate. That was a figure not achieved since January 2022. Now, to put that in perspective, that was the tail end of the COVID boom era. So really strong clearance rates out there in the marketplace, and certainly one that has taken most of the buyer audience by surprise with this new level of excitement entering in the market. Now, what does this mean for house values? Well, house values have increased by another 1.2% for the month of May, and that pans out to be a 4% increase for this year to date. Now, there's no denying that it is the low level of supply which is really the driving force behind all of this encouragement and excitement around the property market. If we look at how low the listing levels are, or the available home levels are, they're actually down 25.3% for the last 12 months. Now, if we look at the decade average, it's actually down 31.5% for the last decade in terms of available homes and supply for buyers to choose from out there. But if we're to look and really drill down into ground zero here in our local market, we're seeing the tightness of the stock somewhere north of 40%, which is really extraordinary. Regularly, we are being asked our opinion on what's happening in the market right now and where do we see it heading to in the very near future. Well, if we were to look at all the national and global data, it would be highly unlikely, based on the information that's out there at the moment, to suggest that we are moving into some level of a property recovery. However, if we look at all the metrics in terms of the clearance rates and the available stock, and now with FOMO creeping in, it would suggest that maybe we are back in this place. But I reckon it's definitely way too soon to call, as there are definitely plenty more months ahead where we could get that injection of available supply to give a bit more choice to the buying market out there. In the rental space, there looks like there might be some change in the air with the national vacancy rates increasing. Sydney increased by up to 1.3% in vacancy rates, but it was the regional areas which have seen the biggest sign, where it almost seems like the COVID era has come to an end, with most people mass exiting the regional areas and heading back towards the bigger major cities. Now, out and about on the front line, we've got some exceptional properties out there available at the moment, but there's one which is a real standout. Number 20, the Boulevard in Lewisham. Anyone that is out there looking for that ideal oversized family home, you've got a big family, you want some breakaway space, or maybe you have some intergenerational people living with you, this is the perfect house. Not only is it set in the best street in Lewisham, it's also one of the best curated and well put together blend of an old Victorian home as it channels its way down to a modern 21st century home at the rear. Now, this is a perfect home. It was built 8 years ago. It was conceived by the owners and development design, and then it was built by Micro Projects, who are award-winning builders. This home actually took out 3 awards at the time that it was built. This is an exceptional home, north to the rear, one that is definitely worth checking out. Now, if we focus on the community, and this is a timely injection, a buyer's agent that we're focusing on, John Carew. We've had the pleasure of working with John Carew over a number of years. He heads up a team called Mayfield Property Buyers Agents. A great insight into their business, and just a great person to have a look behind the lens of. So make sure you watch that. That's it for me. Thanks again for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you out and about. Bye for now.